Go away, please!
The old city lies within the heart of Uldor, as does my prize.
Leave us alone!
Doing here?
We're all experts in bloody hindsight, aren't we?
What is the I'm not really tad. What?
I acted on what I heard at the time, and he was working with the Buswolf, technically speaking. Finally, you made it.
Careful. That sounded like you doubted me for a moment. What of your eyes? Are they mended?
Getting there. Recovering. Thank the gods.
You're welcome. Now then, show me what to do with this augmented sunstone.
Einar?
Alive, last I saw, but old and slow. We must begin without him.
Leave us in peace! What are you doing here?
Do you know what must be done?
My father's...
Surely it cannot be so simple.
No. This mechanism... What was it? I think yes. We need more light to converge here, on this spot.
Leave it to me. Stay out of sight. See what the light reveals. Yet the sunstone hungers. More light is needed. It is working! Eno was right. The sunstone must be satisfied. Now the relic will be mine.
The vault of the ancients.
Bloody Anhagoil.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
What is wrong? Why isn't it opening? Is there something wrong with the mechanism?
Yeah, about that. I'd feel a lot more confident if my father was...
Help! Get to work. I'll stretch my fighting arm.
Get behind if you can!
Kill the dwarves! Yes! I didn't read it! I didn't read it! Finally! Done! All belly up! Shut up and focus! Now is not the time!
If this is to be our last stand,
Dad!
I'm proud of you, both of you.
The fire spreads!
Strike with me!
It's working! It's bloody working!
Leon! Luca!
Finish the job before celebrating, you two!
Pay for your sins! With me! We conquer! Yeah!
Come check battle sweat! Kill bird brawl!
Split your skull!
It is done. Took you long enough. By Ymir's armpits. What are you doing here, you one-eyed shitbag? Seeking a relic. It's somehow grown more wrinkly and ill-tempered since I last saw it. Fuck off. Looking for this, I'd wager.
The mighty relic!
Piece of junk. I took out all the good stuff already.
What? What?
Then we shall take our leave. Swift way out is through the front. You look like you've been to Helheim and back. Claude may be a mongrel bastard, but he knows how to torture a dwarf, that's for sure.
here. My stepson takes his mongrel eyes off you for 1 second. And look at this mess. To think his father expects him to rule Muspelheim one day.
Oh no, no. She's one of the bad ones.
She's nothing. But she has Threek's blood on her hands, and must pay. Find another way out.
The way we got in! Quick!
Get to the shelter. I'll see to her.
Promises, promises. You never fail to disappoint.
The shelter. I must speak with Valdi.
Flames!
What do you want?
We don't want more trouble.
Did you end her?
She escaped.
Come. I've been cooped up long enough. Of all the faces I left behind in Asgard, yours is the last I expected to see.
You sound disappointed.
I'd have preferred you sent a buxom Valkyrie, wearing nothing more than a mischievous smile.
And carrying a barrel of the good stuff.
Now you're talking, but when I saw you in the palace, through Glod's portal, well, I knew you'd come for me. Thank you.
Anything for a friend.
My gentle jailer rescuing me from a far worse jail. It's almost poetic.
You dwarves never did understand poetry.
The sky is high, wood is good, and Harvey is still an arsehole. How is that for poetry, you miserable shit?
About as good as you smell. Now, I have a use for you.
Harvey has a use for me. Words to chill the blood. Still, you know we dwarves give nothing away for free.
Do you breathe fresh air, or the stench of Glad's torturers?
Keep your eye in its socket. What will you have me do?
Wait.
What?
Vermin. Thief. Face me!
Be warned! I will finish what you start!
Straight away, beast! The age of Lustful begins with your death!
What did you do to my son?
None shall survive Surtur's wrath!
Surtur stole my son. Now I have killed his. A small step towards justice.
Wish you had let me get a few kicks in. Bastard almost ate me once.
Then it is over? The Muspels will be in disarray.
Not while Surtur is in power.
Tell me more of the relics, and what you did with them. What happened in the vault?
What do you think? Glod tortured me. Commanded me to revive the relics, then extract their magic so that Surtur might use it in some way.
And you could not?
How fucking dare you? Of course I could. But not for a shit like him. Of course, Glod was too dim to see that I was dispelling the magic rather than storing it. And as soon as I knew you were coming, I gutted the relics, rendered them useless. So no mighty weapon for that prick Surtur.
It is unwise to underestimate such an enemy. But you were short-sighted, Ivaldi. I could have made good use of that magic.
Well, if it's items of power you seek. During my imprisonment, I heard rumors. Surtur is building something. Something small, yet very, very potent. And highly valuable to him. So valuable that if it were to fall into your hands, you might do some real damage here, I think.
Music to my ears.
I will seek out wisdom on the subject. More ancient and advanced than even my own. But first I must equip myself with some decent tools. Starting with a hammer and maybe a chisel or two.
There is a dam in the north of Vamgrid. Huge bloody thing. Almost completely frozen over.
South of the dam, there is a workshop. Perhaps it remains in good order. When your travels are complete, you will find me there.
I will come when I'm ready. This land, my friend. Strange place. Reeks of death. I wonder what secrets I will uncover here. More elven symbols. Whatever was in this wall sat undisturbed for many ages. Until now. Whoever was here made it a point to occupy this space. Sigrun and Halstein. Whoever did this, I will see that there is a price to pay. The wounds in their chests. Identical and cauterized. I've seen nothing like it. It's unnatural. Only Muspel's leave ashen footprints like these. One said larger than the rest. Drag marks. And blood was shed. But only a small amount. Were the victims still alive? Asa sought to enter this vault and unlock its secrets. But before she could do so, someone beat her to it. That being led a group of Muspels here. Sigrun and Holstein were likely prisoners among them. Injured, but very much alive. The dwarves were taken to the center of this chamber, where it appears that some sort of ritual was prepared. The orchestrator came for the ancient elven object built into the wall. Possibly even used it in the ritual. Is that what led to the dwarves' deaths? The Muspels then left, taking the object with them. But the purpose of this ritual of theirs remains a mystery to me. That sigil. I think I glimpsed it before in Aetri while I searched for Balder. Perhaps we'll find some answers there. Show me what lies. Go, Sunan.
Flame grant me strength! Oh! Eat some of this!
I light for the cause! Glory to Sorcerer! No! The sacred monolith is defiled! Burning bright!
Writings on the ritual. They are performed at night. There's emphasis on something called a salakar. My Elven is rusty. Vessel of souls, I think. Is this the object from the vault? Culprit searches for a Jotun and a Muspel subject to complete their work. Or Muspel's killing Muspels. The culprit was deciphering elven runes. Something about the binding of only the most powerful Hoogers. A letter from Sinmara. As much secrecy about the culprit's affairs. Only she and Surtra are aware. The vault is marked here, along with a second location. Another ritual site, perhaps.
You're light on your feet, Asa. Following me now?
You've become quite useful, Aesir. My gratitude for opening the vault. Now tell me, what happened there?
I'm following the stink as it rises. As are you. Care to tell me why that is?
Days ago, Sinmara ordered my best warriors to the vault without bothering to inform me. I've not heard from them since.
Well, you're casting your suspicions at the right people. Whose quarters are these?
His name is Kalder, an adept in magic. Or Seder, as you Asgardians sometimes call it. This place is where he practices it.
Whatever he's doing, it is not Seder. At least not as I know it. He is using something called a Salakar. It's part of a deadly ritual. And from what this room tells me, the dead will continue to pile up. Dwarves, Jotnar, Muspels.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You wouldn't. Your stepmother despises and distrusts you. Your father only the latter of those, for now. But in time, thanks to her venomous whispers, he may come to hate you as much as she does.
This is a lie. All of it. Your twisted attempt to pit me against them.
Sift through the mesh yourself. No other truth lies within.
Where are you going?
After the Salakar. Whatever it is, your father needs it. It may be the only leverage I have to get my son back.
Calder marked a place on a map surrounded by waters just northeast. If he's planning another ritual there, I may be able to understand what value... holds.
Right, this!
Calder may be nearby. This roof should give me a clear view.
Lord Calder, with your permission, we will now return to Asa.
Soon. I have need for you still.
Asa's warriors. Where do they fit into all this?
You are one of our captains, yes?
A duty I share with 2 others here.
I thought I saw something in you. Stout, resolute. Step over here.
Sigrun and Halstein were 2 of the most revered sons of Ivaldi. If such prestige is a requirement for these rituals, then Calder is surely luring that Muspel to his death. I wonder if there's a way I can observe the ritual up close. I need to approach Calder without him taking notice. Perhaps the best way is with deception.
No! Mind the Salakar!
Let me kill him!
Kill them!
Calder fled northwest, with Asa snapping at his heels. Can't have made it far.
Fire! Burn with me, my king!
I'll take you!
Asa chased after Calder like a rabid hound. Though he is no helpless rabbit. Besides what I fuck. These fools dared stand in her path. Several wounds. This one put up a fight. Briefly, I suspect. How hard was he knocked into this rock? Most likely dead upon impact. No other bodies in this warpath. He was the last to die. Asa caught up to Calder. His warriors moved in while he pushed on. But Asa tore through them like a whirlwind. The trail of the dead reveals a direction. Cultists too. And most importantly, the Salakars. They are headed west. Stretch your wings, Sunan. I need to find Calda before Asa does. In her bloodlust, the Salakar is not safe. Looks like these two brought all the fires of Muspelheim with them. And Freya wonders why I have always refused to take her on a tour of that scorched dunghill. Go, my eyes. Two sets of footprints. One is stretched, like someone fled. The other closer together, uneven and lined with blood. They were hobbling, perhaps. What do you see? Asa and Calda fought here. Blood was spilled. Asa and Calda fought here. He gained the advantage. Foolish girl. Asa and Calda fought here. Asa and Calda fought here. He gained the advantage. Foolish girl. Asa, your rage makes you vulnerable. She's hurt, but not enough to stop her. Looks like she followed Calda up that hill. Sight of Asa called. Only these curious Jotun buffoons who stand in my way. They should run, but they won't. cart here, and drag marks leading to it. These, or similar, were used to restrain someone. Ace's spear, abandoned. Did Calder and his minions finally best her? The dead stack up. For these Muspels, Ragnarok came early. Asa chased Calder into this camp, leaking her lifeblood, blinded by rage and utterly reckless. Looks to have cost her too. She came crashing in, mauling whatever half-wit stood between her and Calder. But those half-wits fought back in numbers. Injured and disarmed, she was overpowered and restrained. Calder then had her tossed onto a cart like a sack of turnips. Looks like they fled up that path. What is it Calder plans to do with the little princess now that she is his prisoner? Surely not. These tracks lead west. I must find Calder and the Zalakar, for Baldur's sake. I must find Calder and the Zalakar, for Baldur's sake. They paused here for a moment before continuing. Most likely to resecure Ace's bonds. Even in her sorry state, I imagine her to be quite the handful. She even bested me. Temporarily. Perhaps Baldur would not approve of my methods. Of the cruelty I must perform on his behalf. He and Asa, they're young. Pure of heart, but lacking in logic. One day they will grow up and see life as I see it. In the meantime, they must rely on me to ensure they live long enough to achieve that wisdom. And so, I do not have the luxury of being faultless. They made a turn here toward the river. I hope I'm not too late. Asa!
Is that you again, Mad One? Come to tempt fate, I see.
I do not die this day. Can you say the same?
Yes. You've proven once already how you like to strut around, unencumbered by fear. Perhaps the Zalakar did not give you an adequate taste of it.
Enough of this blithering. Hand over what is now mine, or shall I just take it?
To know fear, we must be subjected to it. When I am through with you, I will take Asa's willful Uger. Soon after, the Zalakar will be complete. Then, believe me, you will know fear and pain. Just like your son. Leap! Fail! What happened, old father? Too much of that pretentious aspect.
Why is Surtr collecting hookahs? What does he mean to do with the Salakar? Tell me!
Why do you aim to finish my work?
Ask yourself how much you care to suffer in these final moments.
Do your worst.
You are wasting your breath. He will not tell you. And he won't have to. His secrets are known to me now. You want them? Move aside. Move aside, or I will destroy it.
Traitor!
Traitor? It is you who are slaughtering your own kind.
What I do for Surtr!
Such devotion requires a strong Hugr. All these Muspel sacrifices, you needed only look inward. Was he right? About you wanting to complete the Salakar?
Surtr will not trade my son for something he cannot use.
So you will see it through? To what end? How many lives would you take?
For Balder, I would drain all 9 realms. Even Asgard.
The words of a dreadful king. And a selfless father. It is the one thing that separates you from my own. You wish to reunite with your son. I wish to see my father's plans lie in ruin. No matter the price. Can you see both through?
I can. But I will need your help. The Salakar still requires the Hugr of a suitable Jotun. Coulter never found one. I must get hunting.
Do as you will. In the meantime, I'll join my stepmother, wherever she may be. I will try to learn how the Salakar fits into my father's plans. Under the guise of a contrite stepdaughter, of course. Keep it. I will need a way to find you when it is time to confront my father.
You and this bauble share a bond. I set out to use you to my advantage. It ends with me in your debt.
If it were not for you, I would have never known what my father was capable of. He used our people. Turned them on each other. I cannot forgive him. And to that end, I am your ally.
In Asgard, an ally is a friend.
Let us not get carried away.
Which of these dwarves can help me find a suitable Jotun? Perhaps if I listen to their chatter, some fount of wisdom will reveal itself.
I know you are. Spirits broken. There is little I can say to mend these feelings. Yet I will say this. We are all at the mercy of
Come to humiliate us some more?
Help me, and I'll compose you a saga so exalted it will endure Ragnarok itself. But first, I need a name and a place.
For what?
For whom? The mightiest Jotun in all of Svartalfheim.
We know the one. Right hand of Suttungr. Malviga.
Here because of us.
She is worthwhile.
Gave your son Vidar quite the beating once, didn't she?
One day Vidar will make me proud. But why would Malviga care about you two?
Premier and Lom aren't our real names. Allow me to introduce Fjalar and Galar. The ones who killed Suttungr's father.
I heard something about him trying to outdrink a couple of dwarves. And after, befuddled tripping and breaking his neck.
Suttungr wasn't happy. Held us responsible. But luckily we'd acquired some mead. Some special mead. And well, Suttungr is partial to a bit of mead. We bartered it in exchange for our lives. Except afterwards, some thieving twat went and stole it.
Loki, most likely. It's always Loki.
Whoever it was, Suttungr didn't catch them. So he decided to take it out on us instead. Sent Malviga to hunt us down. Been incognito ever since. Can't trust this lot not to sell us out.
Still, she hasn't found us yet.
She will. Malviga's dangerous prey, even for you. But we can help balance the scales. Our old house, north of here. Sunk in a lake. Inside, upstairs on a table, you'll find a cup of great potency.
Cup?
You know, the cup.
Oh yes, the cup.
Has the power to do wonderful stuff. For instance...
So, I bring you the cup, and then...
we show you how to use it against Malviga.
It's a deal.
We are all at the mercy of this ancient...
Show me. This is the place. The old home of Brahma and Lone. Or whatever they're called. I should find a way inside. Looks like I'll be getting my toes wet. This wondrous cup of theirs should be on the table over there. Nothing. Perhaps someone has already been here and stolen it. Assuming there was a cup in the first place.
High one! More like feeble one! Bloodbath! Take you! Follow my lead!
Keep your guard up!
They say you are the most merciful of all the Ashen. It's best to leave one of your enemies alive, so they can tell of your greatness.
Everyone knows of my greatness.
Perhaps there are one or two who have not yet heard?
Just tell me where Malvigor is.
What's in it for me?
I do not know, but I will tell you this. The longer you make me wait, the worse it will be.
Malvigor is at the den to the west. And now? Will you spare me?
Until next we meet.
There will be no next. You can be sure of that.
Hey, what? You die now! Won't survive!
These rugged views that remind me of when I once roved the land with Freak. The cool nights spent together beneath the stars. He enjoyed the solitude as much as I. And the trouble and danger even more. And then came the war with the Vanya. Taking Freya as my bride. It helped end that strife, but it ended many other things too. What trickery is this?
Sunan, guide me.
So, the traitors have been betrayed.
They had hoped that by serving you up, I would show them mercy. Clearly a misapprehension on their part.
Yet here I am, served up.
If I were here for you, High One, I would have brought an army. No. Suttungr will have his vengeance. But not here. I know why you have come.
I have a bone to pick with you. After what you did to my son, Vidar, I must...
Vidar put up an honorable fight.
That is not what I heard.
Do not believe the stories.
Upon his return, too weak to stand, he squirmed like a worm caught in the sun.
You should have seen me. My acolytes had to carry me home on their backs. No. Your boy fought well.
Is that why you spared his life?
It is. But you aren't here to avenge Vidar's honor. You have come to steal my Hugr. And I intend to stop you.
How do you know this?
Aesir, Jotun. You and Loki are both mad. And Hirokin is just as bad. And Thor is so stupid he might as well be mad. You spread chaos wherever you go. Yet,
You are all known quantities to us. Surtur is not. He rarely emerges from Muspelheim, and when he does, he shares little with us. Thus, while here, I have sent my spies to learn what he plans. Beyond wiping out the dwarves like he did the elves of Alfheim.
What do you know of his plans?
I know that he found a powerful elven relic, and that his minion, Calder, was tasked with finding the Hugars necessary to sustain it. That Calder is now trapped within said relic, and that you would have me join him.
I must trade the Salakar for my son.
You. The one who almost killed Suttungr for his meat. Will hand over a legendary relic, take your son and leave. Just like that. Put your mania aside, Havi. Work with me. Together we will foil Surtur's ambitions.
I cannot take the risk. With each breath, Baldur is a step closer to death.
I was a parent once. But we must look beyond ourselves. For the good of all.
We have spoken long enough.
So be it.
I'll activate the portal!
Come! Inflict a fate worse than death on me. Or die trying. Keep focused! This is a fight to the death, not a lover's tiff! You are the greater warrior. But this is not the right result. Do what you came here to do. Get on with it, blind one! End my misery! Oh, Ymir. True, O Father. My body comes to you. Sent by the same impostor who claimed your own. As for my Huger, do not weep for me. I do not deserve this.
No, you do not. Malvigar was right. I must find out more about the Salakar. Perhaps Hirarkin. I've seen nothing of her since my arrival in Svartalfheim. That leaves Ivaldi. I must seek him out. Mountain Vangrin? Yes, that is the place.
Where's a decent saw when you need one?
This is the old workshop that Evaldi spoke of. I should check if he's already here. The entrance must be on the other side.
Oh, utterly useless.
Found anything worthy of your talents?
This will have to do.
Soon you can put them to good use.
By Ymir, is that a Salakar? I never knew they actually existed.
I know all the sagas of your people, yet I've never heard
I never said my people.
You mean the Light Elves?
There aren't many who remember the Children of Light, or their stories. I do.
When Sutter invaded their lands, they begged me for aid. But the war with the Vanir had only just ended and I was wary. Long after, I learned how Sutter devoured the elves in mortal light, Uga by Uga. Maybe it's the same light that now allows him to renew himself after death.
During the conquest, he must have uncovered knowledge of the Salakars.
But to what end?
What Hugers does it hold?
Those of two warlords. One a Muspel, the other a Jotun.
Nothing more?
Nothing more. At least not of value.
He speaks the truth.
You deal with a fire nymph?
A fire nymph? I am the finest fire nymph in all of Svartalheim.
Allow me to introduce Asa, treasonous daughter of Sutter, and my friend.
You grow dewy-eyed in your dotage.
What have you unearthed?
Only rumors. My father is rebuilding something large and powerful, though its exact nature I cannot fathom.
And the Salakar is intended to be part of this something.
Most likely. Either way, its value to my father is so great he may indeed trade your son for its return.
Return to your stepmother. Arrange a trade. And one more thing. I would feel better knowing you're protected.
Sinmara travels far and wide, but I will rejoin her as you wish.
Whatever the Salakar is, I must steal it back once Baldur is safe.
Why?
Ragnarok comes. I've made plans, but they are not ideal. Perhaps the Salakar offers another way. One that will allow me to truly save those I care about. Even you.
To unlock its secrets, I will need help. There are rumors of a shelter nearby. Its dwellers may be able to assist me.
I know the place. Home to the most ill-tempered shits imaginable.
Tell them I sent you. No dwarf would give up the chance to work with Ivaldi.
Vangrin was once home to your rivals, Sindri and Broka. Your name may not carry much weight here.
Don't make me laugh. No one cares about those two. I'll follow you once I've finished taking what I need.
thought I recognized you.
Good to see you, High One. And without anyone needing to die. Here, you saved my neck. Least I can do is give you this in thanks.
Then it is my turn to give thanks.
Asgard has abandoned us.
No, we are them.
Glad you made it back.
Ah, the reason I don't have lungs full of swamp muck. Here. It's not much, but...
I know better than to refuse one as mighty.
Belong here.
I do not take kindly to being interrupted.
Charming.
Can't you see I'm busy?
How can so many starving dwarves produce so much shit?
A word, my friend. Ivaldi requests your aid.
Ain't my concern. Go talk to Augur.
He's the master of this workshop?
Master? Nah, boy, he's chief when the masters ain't here.
I just spoke to that fella.
We are their dearest allies. They won't let us down.
Hello there. I bring word from Ivaldi.
What do I care? Go talk to the
Ganger?
Yeah, the chief. Name's Oakler.
I should go speak with Oakler again.
Isn't that Harvey?
A sight for sore eyes.
So, the Lord of Asgard arrives. I have several contracts from Reda to choose from, all worth your while. Thank you for taking...
Be welcome, friends.
So many starving dwarves produce so much shit.
Look around you, Aesir. All the treasure a heart could want, but not a scrap of food for the belly. What good is a thing if it makes no one happy? All that counts are people in the end.
Keep well.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you. What do you want?
Ivaldi sends me. He requires the help of a skilled artisan.
A meeting of minds, huh? Well, it ain't up to me. You'd best talk to Brokkr or Sindri.
They still breathe? Where are they?
No idea. Sindri went off adventuring. He does that. Mind you, it's been a while since he left.
How much of a while?
Couple of weeks.
And his absence doesn't worry you?
Not my business where he goes.
And Brokkr?
Went to look for Sindri. Bit of a worry guts, that one. Ever since he mucked up the forging of Mjolnir. Anyway, look, leave your name and I'll pass it to Brokkr when he shows up.
Tell him Harvey of Asgard was here.
Harvey of... by Ymir? Really, it is you?
I'll return tonight. In the meantime, fetch Ivaldi. He's at the old workshop ruins.
Is that Harvey?
You shouldn't be here.
Let's talk again soon.